Hello and welcome. This is now what we call the Cars project. This is going to be the courthouse, and I've got myself some quartz block, and I'm going to be placing my first one, and I'm going to place one on the inside and then one back on the outside, leave a space of 5, and I'm going to place another one on the 6, and then come on the opposite side, we're going to leave a space of 11 and then place one on the 12th. And then coming across, we're going to place one on the inside, one on the outside, leave a space of 5 and place one on the 6. So going to our brick, we're going to build it up 4 layers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do that on the inside one. On the outside one, don't use brick, use quartz, because I'm only going to rectify it in a second anyway. We're going to turn around some stairs upside down and put them on the inside of our gaps. And then using our quartz slab to drag it across, join into the other side. Now on this one, we're going to use a quartz stair upside down, and then we're going to use quartz slab 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to use a block, and then we're going to do it for another 4, and then an upside down stair once we've built this pillar, which will be quartz on this inside pillar. So there you go. And then the rest will be brick. So we're going to build it up 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is just me putting in my quartz like I just said. So in the same style, we're going to build this up 4 layers of brick. And the opposite side, and then on the inside of these 4 bricks, we're going to use our stairs upside down on both sides, and then dragging our quartz slab, joining the two together. So now we have our frame. I'm going to drag my bricks all the way across on the outsides. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So on the inside and across the bricks itself. And now coming to our quartz stairs, we're just going to place it around the bottoms, trying to keep them joined together around the center, and then one more on there and one more on the brick side. And with the same style, we're going to do the same over the other side. So now we're going to use our stair. We're going to come across to the outside pillar of our big spaced garage. I'm going to place it upside down. And then we're going to place a slab on top. And we're going to drag them slabs all the way back to the other step. And then behind that row, we're going to place blocks of quartz, creating like a step in view. Now guys, place that slab on the very outside, so not the one I've placed it on the next one out, the very last one of the blocks. So then we create with this step, but on top we will have 7 instead of 5 blocks. So exactly the same as I've done, but obviously one outwards. Now looking at our brickwork on the outside garages, we're now gonna, actually instead don't use blocks of quartz. Drag it all the way round. I'm sorry guys, I got a bit ahead of myself and I think I got a bit excited and started working ahead of it. So working on it like this, I'm just going to use it to tell you what I'm going to do next. I'm going to use my brick slabs and I'm going to be placing them on the inside of the bottom half of the window, creating like a windowsill. But obviously, if you can, knock them away. You want to be doing this on top of a block of quartz. We're going to be using that as a border around on top of the first layer of brick. I am sorry for the mistakes guys, I'm trying to copy something I've already done, trying to make it right for you guys, and evidently it's actually made me make more mistakes which I am sorry for. So even this layer here would actually be quartz. Not that one, sorry, that one would be brick, but that would be our first layer of the windows on that layer above where I've just put the windows. I will rectify it. The windows themselves will be put up 5 levels. But obviously now my work needs to move up 1 layer, which I will rectify in the next video clip. It's just purely, at the moment, I haven't realised my mistake, and to keep going back over and keep changing it is actually becoming a very hard job. So when I come around to, well, actually it's easier I explain this to when I rectify my work, but if you have done your layer of quartz, you'll find that you can do your window sills, your window arches, sorry. And the way I'm going to do it is use an upside down stair on the outside, and then a slab on the one inside, and then a block on the middle pillar where the bricks are, creating that nice arch feeling you get on the courthouse. So guys, I'm going to leave you watch the next part where, like, now I'm gonna start repairing some of my work in a minute, and it's only in a second that I'm actually going to realise that I've done it wrong, and that's purely because I can't fit in my main courthouse window. So bear with me just to realise my mistake, and I will rectify it now. So I am sorry if I have tripped you up a little bit. It wasn't my intention, I've just made a fool of myself. Sorry. So as you can see, I'm actually stumbling a bit here, and that's because I'm realising something's gone wrong, and I can't work out why my windows aren't standing as tall as my last one. So here we go guys, I'm just gonna chuck in my quartz layer, and then I should be up to speed, the same as you guys. So I'm gonna knock out the bottom, chuck in a quartz layer. I'm going to fill in my gap with the bricks, where I've just knocked out the 2 windows, and then I'm going to use my brick slabs to create my windows. It is horrible, I've got to knock away my archway and then build it up 1 more layer on the windows again. Like I say, I'm going to use my steps upside down, followed with a quartz slab, and then a block in the middle. Now guys, you wouldn't believe how long I've spent on this. It was a lot harder of a build to try and get some of the features right. But I think it's actually turned out quite well. Obviously, the mistakes that are included in the video, I'm sorry for it, it wasn't meant to happen. You just can't help it sometimes, you get carried away. It is a work in progress. So here we go guys, I'm now caught up tidy with myself. So I'm going to chuck in my window arches with a quartz stair, a quartz slab next to it, and then a block in the middle on the brickwork. So I'm going to drag my brickwork across, and I'm going to leave the very middle one lining up with my arch below, free for the start of the courthouse window. And literally on the block that you see just where my quartz slab is, I'm going to start placing, I think it's 5 I'm going to place. Yeah, 5 lining up the middle with the window, and then we're going to place 3 on top, and then we'd have 1 in the middle on the top layer, and then 3 running across the bottom of it. Now guys, that is right. Don't watch me when I knock it back, where I've said about the bottom layer where I needed to put the slab on the outside. It's just purely where I got ahead of myself, thought I knew exactly what I was doing, and literally you guys have probably already done this where I've said it already. Yeah, don't alter it at all. It's fine the way it is. 5 on the bottom, 3 on the top. Perfectly fine. It's just where I messed up on the bottom, and I was trying to rectify what I was doing. For some reason, I think I was started to think that I'd done it wrong here, but I hadn't. So as you can see, I'm looking back and forth at one I've already done, which actually, for some reason, has actually made it harder. But it took a lot of time trying to get that right, and if I had recorded it from the original build, it would have taken a very long time, because I kept taking parts down, putting parts back in, trying to find that depth and the right sort of height for it. I'm starting to realise why no one has actually done this yet. So guys, on that middle window, we're going to place one slab on the bottom layer of it, and then we're going to place one on the top layer for either side, and then we're going to do a row of 5 windows, and we're going to do that for 3 layers. And then if you want to, you could place your last one right in the middle of the layer of 5, just to finish off the courthouse window before you get that far. And then really you can drag all your brickwork back and forth, just so you know you can put in all the frames. Now on this bottom windows here, we're going to use a step, but up the right way, sideways up against the windows, and then we're going to place our brickwork, run it all the way across. I'm going to do that for the 2 layers, and then place a quartz block on the inside of that block there, and we're going to do the same obviously on the other side. So we're going to build it up 2 layers, place our quartz block in the middle, and then coming back to the windows, we're going to use our stairs again, but doing it upside down this time. And then when we get our brickwork back in, we're going to start using our slabs again, just to finish off the window. So we use a slab on the bottom layer, then one on the top when it comes to the middle window. So there you go, there's our courthouse window. Now we're going to run a quick layer of brick across the top of our sides, just across the top of the windows, and then we're going to swap over to a quartz block, and we're going to run 2 layers over the top of them. Now guys, I'm sorry for that, I just had to cut it short because I got confused, and I did manage to actually cut that mistake out. So we run another quick layer over the top, and then we're going to place upside down stairs all the way around, placing one on the inside and then one in between, and then doing the same over the other side. Now guys, where you can see, I've already made my, I've built the bricks up, if that makes sense. So I'm now going to build across. I need 4 quartz blocks across the top. Now guys, you wouldn't believe how difficult this was trying to copy the other side. It confused me so much. Don't copy this, it's the one on the inside. I've just confused myself looking at the other one. It's so much harder trying to copy work when you've gone this far with it. You start looking at blocks, and I'm sure you just go block blind or something like that. I'm not sure what happens. But here we go, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously my brick's already there. You can do the same on the other side. And then coming up one layer, you just build 3. so you'd be up above it, but for now I'm going to place my stairs upside down and I'm going to run it round the side, creating the courthouse, the rim of the roof. So we're going to do the same on the other side. And now coming back to our blocks, we're going to place 3. We're going to put 1 on top of the inside of what we've already done. So we go. So here we go. I got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on the other side, and then going on top, you literally go as long as you're joined onto the very edge of the last one, run across the top, which will bring you up to like 5 blocks on top. So I'm going to run my steps around, and that is right, I've done them upside down there. I'm trying to create the curve of the roof. If you do have any ideas how to make that actually a little bit better, please chuck them at me, but for now I'm quite happy with the design. It just took me a little while to get it right on the other one, and then to copy it was actually so hard. I don't know if I just confused myself and found it much more difficult. So there we go, we've got my upside down stairs. I'm going to place a slab here, place a slab the opposite side, and then I'm going to place one in the middle, knock the middle one away once I've placed my one on top. And that is the front of the courthouse. So as we move on, we're now going to take our quartz block and we're going to drag it back. I can actually tell you it is 28 blocks long down the sides, including the very front one. At the time of doing this, I didn't know that because I was trying to work out the spaces for the windows. So I drag the bricks all the way back. When you come to the side, I'm going to place 1, 2, and then I'm going to place 2 windows, and then space in 3 blocks of brick in between every 2 windows. So I place 2 window blocks, and then I place 3 blocks of bricks, and then I place 2 more blocks of windows, and so on until I come to my 5th window, in which case I'll curve it off at the end with my last 3 blocks, knowing that that's where the corner is. This was just me trying to space out the building. Like I say, I haven't got no plans. I'm just trying to, literally as you see in it, is me working on it. Once I've got to a stage where I figured out the front, I was quite happy to know that I knew the rest of the building was going to be okay. So now I know where I'm going. I've got my 28 blocks down the side, and now I'm going to start filling them in with the brick blocks, remembering that after the 4th layer of bricks we're going to go back to quartz stone to tie it in with the border. So this is our last layer of bricks now, and then we're going to go back to our quartz block to tie in the border, which will go all the way around the building. So now we can use our slabs to make our window sills. Now we know where they are, and we're just going to finish off my last layer of blocks running across. Like I say, you already know it's 28 blocks, so you can do this as and when you want. It's 4 layers. You do your first layer as quartz, 4 layers of bricks, 1 layer of quartz, 1 layer of bricks, and then your windows go in. So now I'm going to repeat the process over the other side. So guys, while I'm repeating this process, I will say I'm very sorry for the quality of this video, where I have made some mistakes. I really couldn't be helped. It's literally, I don't have plans when I build these buildings, unless I'm doing someone else's project, in which case I'll have the plans in front of me. When it's my own work, it's very hard to edit out the mistakes, because those mistakes are also where I've got it right as well. Those mistakes were part of creating it, if that's the right thing to say. So the same on the other side, 2 windows, 3 blocks, 3 bricks, 2 windows, 3 bricks, so on until you get your 5 windows in, and finish off with your last 3 blocks, tying it into the other side. So guys, I hope you're enjoying. I have no doubt we will get a good looking Radiator Springs. It won't be like what anyone else has created already. I do thoroughly try to make it as best I can and as accurate as I can. The problem here is obviously we haven't got no cars. I don't really want to leave the garages open. I don't exactly know what it looks like inside because it is a fire department as well, so I think we're going to have to improvise. Aside of that, we just get the building looks right for now and we can move on with the buildings. It's totally up to you guys really, but believe me, we will have it looking good. We will have a Radiator Springs in Minecraft that is worthy of cars. So guys, I'm going to start on the garages. Don't place it on that row, place it on the next row in. So you go 1 in, place 5 blocks of gold. And I've used snow for the garage, and this time on this layer we're going to place 1, 1 and then 1, so we can fill in the middle with glass blocks just to make it look like the real thing. So now we've got our glass blocks, we're just going to place them in the middle, just to finish off them garage doors. I'm going to do the same on the opposite side using our gold block, placing 1 inside, and then using our snow, 1 full block, full layer, and then 1, miss 1, 1, like I've done there, and filling across. And then filling in the 2 spaces you've got with your glass blocks. And I'm going to use a redstone torch in the middle because it's the only thing I can find that signifies anything to do with a fire alarm light. Now guys, just to finish the video off, I'm just going to drag his layer all the way across to meet the other side. I'm not actually too sure what goes on in the back of the building. I am looking through pictures as we speak. I'm really hoping that you're impressed with this, guys. Like I say, I'm not too confident with the inside of the building. Outside wise though, I'm pretty sure we can nail it. It will look spot on. And yep, it's just another project to work on other than The Simpsons. I have got another couple of projects in mind, but I'm trying to not overload myself with too much going on, because obviously we want to finish some of these projects, and this one and The Simpsons are quite big projects. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. I look forward to seeing you in part 2, and hopefully you're as happy with the courthouse as I am. Thank you guys, see you soon.